Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Wednesday, February 14th, 2018. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. During yesterday's budget debate of the Nevis Island administration, Minister of Culture, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, revealed the slogan for this year's celebration of Culturama.
The slogan for this year's festival will be FET, Food and Folklore, Culturama 44. Let me repeat, FET, Food and Folklore, Culturama 44. We like it nice and catchy, right? And I wish to congratulate and to thank Miss Senea Daniel of Cherry Gardens, a recent graduate of the Charlestown Secondary School, for penning the winning slogan for Culturama 44. And I also want to thank the many persons who would have submitted entries for the contest this year. I dare say that there were numerous entries, Mr. President, that came, and this one apparently jumped out at the committee members.
The Minister of Culture called for the participation of all in the festivities for Culturama 44.
Calls have already gone out for participants in the various pageants for 2018. And I am encouraging persons to participate. When I would have met with the committee would have indicated that they are making plans to reintroduce the Mr. Cool competition. I am encouraging members of the general public, Mr. President, to participate, because you see a lot of the times, Mr. President, people stand aside, they sit aside and say, well, Culturama and then away. But of course, it's our participation. I have to commend the former Minister of Culture. He participated in the Long Jam every year. He led from the front. And a number of persons, numerous persons have met me on the streets, and they have asked me, Eric, will you be doing the Long Jam again this year? Well, I want to assure you that this Minister of Culture will lead from the front. And I will be a part of the Long Jam again this year, Mr. President. And I will form part of the Parade of Troops again this year, Mr. President. Because I believe Culturama is about participation. If people do not participate, Mr. President, we cannot have a successful festival.
The Nevis Culturama Festival begins on Thursday, July 27th through to Tuesday, August 7th, 2018. Meantime, Minister with responsibility for telecommunications and information, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, lauded the Department of Information for its outstanding work over the years in covering the various programs and ceremonies held by the departments of the Nevis Island administration and the entire island. The Minister of Information spoke with great admiration and gratitude for the department during this 2018 budget presentation at yesterday, Tuesday, 13th February's sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly at Hamilton House.
And Mr. President, it is a department that I hold very dear. It is a department that I've worked with over the years. And I have to say that I've seen quality work emanating from the Department of Information over the years. And I want to encourage the workers, the staff members, the employees at that department to continue. I am pledging my ministry's support logistically, in terms of equipment, in terms of budget, to ensure that this department continues to provide the quality coverage to practically all of the government functions and activities that take place on the island of Nevis.
The Minister of Information noted that the department has done outstanding work over the years, and he pledged his support and appreciation for the department.
The news, a lot of the other programs on NTV are beaming right around the world. They are on all social media. We are being streamed live thanks to NTV Today and for many other activities. And I want to commend the work of the Department of Information, and I want to tell them to continue to keep up the good works. I would have met with the staff members there And I would have told them what I'm expecting of them, and I'm sure that they will live up to the expectation, Mr. President. Of course, there's always room for improvement, and when there's room for improvement, we will bring that to bear. But I believe that the Department of Information has done yeoman service to all of the departments and all of the ministries in the Nevis Island administration over the years, and they need to be commended, and they have the full support of my ministry.
Minister of Telecommunications and Information, the Honorable Eric Evelyn. The Human Resources Department of the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, is pleased to inform you that the Organization of American States, OAS, is once again awarding scholarships to citizens of the OAS member states to pursue bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees at an accredited higher learning institution in an OAS member state. Some of the benefits of an OAS scholarship may include round-trip ticket, tuition and mandatory fees, monthly complimentary subsistence allowance, medical insurance, and yearly book allowance. For further information on the following, please visit the link on your screen. Kindly note that all completed applications must be forwarded to NIA Human Resources Department by Wednesday, April 21st, 2018. For any other guidance, feel free to contact the Human Resources Department Training Officer, Mrs. Gill, or Senior Clerk, Ms. Williams, on 469-5521, extension 5163 or 5164. Still to come, Junior Minister of Education says education has a part to play in curbing crime on the island. The details after this break.
As Minister of Foreign Affairs, my work requires me to travel quite often. When abroad, I stay in touch with Nevis and all that is happening here by using the Nevis TV mobile app or logging on to nevistvonline.com. I suggest you try it as well.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.
Hello, my name is Culturama, the Caribbean's greatest summer line. Most islands have their festival annually, but they call it Carnival. With all those shows, we fete and fun. We party from sun up to sundown. Everybody come now, show the world what we mean when we talk about Culturama. Rocks up, flags up. Time to wake up for the jam. We come in the early Juve morn. Rocks up, flags up. Time to jump up in the van.
Welcome back. Junior Minister of Education and Library Services, the Honorable Troy Liburd, in delivering his presentation at the Nevis Island Administration's budget debate, outlined that education has a part to play in curbing crime and violence on the island. We'll hear more in this report.
I believe that the education system on Nevis has a role to play. Because every young man and every young woman in Nevis has to go to school. And so we must find ways, Mr. President, to prevent this next set of young people from falling into some of the same pits, some of the same traps that some of the older ones fell into.
The junior minister stated the need for crime to be addressed head-on in order to combat the scourge of crime and violence on the island.
It is high time that we as a society decide what we want. We're going to dance around the topic and say, look, it's not me? Or are we going to say that some of these activities need to stop? And we need to prevent the ones who are already contaminated from contaminating the younger ones. It might sound bad. but that is how it has to be.
The Junior Minister of Education also spoke about the extent to which crime and violence has affected the island of Nevis.
There are persons on this island who only utilize half of the island. If so much, maybe they only utilize a village or two. And they can't tell you how the roads look. Because every time they're going from point A to point B, they're walking in the bush. And there are some persons, Mr. President, who are not involved in anything. By mere association, feel very afraid, feel terrified, Mr. President, to go to certain parts on this island. And this, Mr. President, is something that we cannot sustain. It has to stop. This is 36 square miles of island. You leave town, and before you wink good, you've gone around the island and you've come back to town. What kind of life is it if you only could go through one village? And we have to stop this. And education has a role to play in stopping this.
Junior Minister of Education and Library Services was speaking at Day 2 of the Nevis Island Administration's budget debate held at the Alexander Hamilton House. I'm Fredicia Library reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Thanks, Fredicia. Here now is a press release from the Office of the Prime Minister regarding the celebration of Team Unity Administration's 3rd anniversary. The anniversary activities will run from Wednesday 14th to Sunday 25th February under the theme Opening Doors and Creating Opportunities Through Service and Empowerment. The celebrations will commence with an address to the nation by Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris on Wednesday, February 14th. Thursday, February 15th will see the official opening of the refurbished National Information and Communication Technology Center on St. Kitts. A special St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service production dubbed Team Unity, The Journey Continues, will be aired on Friday, February 16th on ZIZ Television Channel 98 in Nevis and Channel 5 in St. Kitts. Saturday, February 17th will be National Volunteer Day. A call is being made for every resident and a citizen to lend a helping hand by cleaning their communities, planting a tree, or spending time caring for the elderly and the more vulnerable in society. A national volunteer luncheon for the elderly will also take place at Government House on St. Kitts from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. when dozens of elders will be served lunch by members of the Team Unity Cabinet. The first of 2 church services will take place at the Shiloh Baptist Church in Nevis on Sunday, February 18th. On Monday, February 19th, ministers from St. Kitts will journey to Nevis where they will meet their colleagues for a special cabinet meeting at the Four Seasons Resort. Other activities are also slated to be held next week. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.
Known as Uwali, land of beautiful waters by its native inhabitants, and later nicknamed Queen of the Caribbean by British settlers, Nevis has long relied on its natural prowess and resources to create livelihoods for its people. The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed. As an ambassador of this majestic island, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country.